Hello and welcome. If you're looking to get started with Python, you are in exactly the right place. Think of this as the beginning of a really exciting journey into programming, and we're here to give you the map for that adventure.
So let's just dive right in. The first thing you need to know is that Python is for everyone. Seriously, it doesn't matter if you've never programmed before in your life or if you're an experienced developer coming from another language. Python is famous for being easy to learn. So no matter your starting point, you're in for a pretty smooth ride.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start at the beginning of your journey, then cover those first easy steps like getting it installed. From there, we'll explore all the different learning paths and tools, and then talk about the really important stuff, like where to find help and how you can join the amazing Python community. It's a clear path from A to Z. All right, first step, your Python journey begins. And like we said, this is a quest for everyone. Experienced programmers, you're going to get up to speed incredibly fast. But the real magic of Python is just how welcoming it is for absolute beginners. So let's get into the practical side of things. Okay, let's move on to our first really easy step, getting your gear. Before any big adventure, you've got to have the right equipment. For us, that just means getting Python set up and ready to go on your computer. But here's a pretty cool surprise. You might already have it. As you can see here, a lot of computers, especially if they're running Linux or Unix-based system like macOS, actually come with Python already installed. You might be ready to start coding this very second. And even if you do need to install it, the whole process is designed to be as simple as possible. First, just check if you have it. A quick pro tip, open your command prompt or terminal and type python-version. If you see a version number pop up, you're good to go. If not, just head over to the official website, download the latest version, and follow the guide. The whole thing is described as unremarkable, which in the world of software installation is exactly what you want to hear. All right, Python is installed. You're now basically standing in the map room. It's time for our next section, choosing your learning path. There are tons of resources out there, so let's figure out how to pick the right one for you. And you've got a lot of options. You could dive into some fantastic books, learn by just tinkering with code samples, follow along with tutorials that are made for every skill level, or explore the massive online documentation. There's no single right way to do it. It's all about finding what clicks for you. Now, if you're looking for the one source of truth, the most reliable guide in your entire journey, this is it. The official online documentation should always be your first stop for definitive information. It's the ultimate guide, written by the very people who build the language. And this is a great way to approach it so you don't feel overwhelmed. Start with the tutorial. That'll get you up and running fast. Then, once you're comfortable, you can explore the library reference to see all the powerful built-in tools Python gives you. And for the real deep dive, the language reference has every single technical detail you could ever need. Okay, so you've started learning the basics. What's next? Well, sooner or later, you're going to want to find specific tools or pre-written code for your projects. This brings us to our next section, finding specific tools, or, as I like to think of it, the magic library. Your number one destination here is the Python Package Index, or PyPI. Just think of it as the official app store for Python. It's this massive central place where the whole community shares their software. And for a little bit of fun trivia, it's also nicknamed the Cheese Shop, which is a fantastic reference to a classic Monty Python sketch. But what if you can't find what you're looking for in the Cheese Shop? No problem at all. You can always use the search page on the main Python website, or, let's be honest, just Google it. Adding the word Python to your search usually works like a charm. And if you're still stuck, you can ask the community directly, which we're going to talk more about in just a minute. Look, every adventurer gets stuck sometimes. It is a totally natural part of the journey. And that's why this next section is so important, when you need help and finding your allies. Before you go posting a question somewhere, your first stop should always be the FAQ, the frequently asked questions. Odds are somebody has had the exact same question, and the answer is just sitting there waiting for you. It's usually the fastest way to get unstuck and back on your way. So let's move to our final section and see how this all leads to something bigger, joining the community, and maybe even becoming a guide yourself. You see, the journey doesn't just end with learning, it actually evolves. And this right here is maybe the most important message for anyone starting out. You do not have to be an expert programmer to help out. The Python community absolutely thrives on contributions from everyone at all skill levels. So how can you help? Well, good documentation is just as critical as the code itself. And the official docs are this huge, ongoing project that always needs more work,
whether it's clarifying an example, fixing a typo, or improving an explanation. This is a perfect way for beginners to make a real valuable contribution.
And that brings us to the end of our map. We've covered how to get started, where you can learn, how to find tools, and how to become a part of this amazing community. But really, this is just the start of your own personal quest. So the final question is pretty simple. What will you build?